Hold on to your sits, ladies and gents, because version 3.1 isn't slowing down. And alongside Aemeath and Luuk, the live stream confirmed reruns for Chisa and Lupa in Phase 1, then Galbrena in Phase 2. All three matter for different reasons, so this comes down to kit value, team impact, and how much each one actually improves an account. So in this video, I'm breaking down the 3.1 rerun banners, what each character actually brings to the meta, how their kits and weapons stack up, and who's really worth prioritizing for your account. All the timestamps are down in the description if you want to skip ahead to your favorite part. And if you haven't already, make sure to join the Discord. Chisa is the highest impact rerun here. She's a premium support from 2.8 that a lot of players skipped because she was tied to negative status teams like Aero Erosion and Spectro Frazzle. But I think that's changed with Aemeath. Chisa raises the negative status cap inflicted on enemies and lowers enemy defense, which would directly amplify Aemeath's damage. With her signature weapon, she also grants a 24% all-attribute damage bonus, which makes her useful beyond just niche teams. That combination turns her into a universal damage enabler, not just a situational pick. Lupa fills a completely different niche, and it's one that stays relevant as long as fusion teams exist. She's the structural core of mono fusion because her entire kit is built around stacking multiplicative buffs that scale directly with fusion DPS output. The 20% fusion damage bonus and 15% fusion resistance shred alone already push team damage far beyond what generic buffers can offer. And on top of that, she adds flat attack increases and separate damage amplification layers that compound with external buffs. That's why she scales so well with units like Chang Li and Brandt, and why she slots cleanly into Aemeath teams, even though he isn't strictly mono fusion. Her utility isn't limited to numbers either. The built-in auto dodge adds real survivability value in high-pressure content, and her off-field damage isn't just cosmetic, it meaningfully contributes to rotation DPS instead of falling into pure support dead time. The result is a unit that compresses multiple roles into one slot: fusion buffer, resistance shredder, damage amplifier, partial sub-DPS, and defensive utility. If your account leans into fusion comps at all, she is an optional optimization. She's structural value. Galbrena's Phase 2 rerun matters because her kit still holds up as one of the most efficient fusion DPS packages in the game. Her damage profile is centered on heavy attacks and echo skill scaling, which gives her flexibility across different team structures instead of locking her into one narrow comp. The core of her output comes from the Afterflame mechanic, which stores and converts echo skill usage into amplified burst damage, meaning her ceiling is directly tied to how clean your rotations are. When your team cycles echo skills correctly, she gets consistent high-impact windows instead of relying on long cooldown nukes. That makes your damage pattern stable, repeatable, and rotation-friendly. She doesn't demand tight animation cancels or mechanical precision to function either. You get strong baseline damage just by playing her kit as intended, and better timing simply pushes her output higher. That combination of low execution difficulty, scalable burst windows, and strong fusion synergy is why she still clears endgame content reliably without needing a complicated pilot or perfect gear. Weapon value matters here. Chisa's signature is the most important if you want her at full effectiveness, especially in her best teams. Lupa and Galbrena have more flexibility. Lupa works well with alternative broadblades, and Galbrena has strong non-signature options like phasic homogenizer or static mist from the standard banner. Their signatures push damage higher, but they aren't mandatory. So the real priority order comes down to what your account is missing. Among the reruns, Chisa is the highest universal value pull. Her ability to raise the negative status cap and apply defense reduction directly multiplies team damage, and that impact isn't limited to one archetype. With Aemeath specifically, her value spikes even higher because she turns her fusion burst kit from strong into oppressive by pushing his damage windows far past what generic buffers can enable. Add in her signature weapon's 24% all-attribute damage bonus, and she becomes a cross-team damage engine instead of a niche support. So if you're choosing among reruns, my advice is to pull Chisa, who is the most broadly useful upgrade for almost any roster, with especially high payoff if you're building around Aemeath. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown and found it helpful, make sure to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.